Good evening and welcome to Backchat. I'm your host, Temba Madima. This evening, we're chatting to Akani Simbine. This is Backchat, probably brought to you by Backtrack. We've got one of the most celebrated South African sportsmen and athlete with us. And tonight, we're going to be talking all things Simbine Classic ShootOut. So you don't want to miss out on this one. So tune in. We're going to go live with Akani Simbine in a bit. Kurt Kuto. My brother, I see you. Very good evening to you. Akani Simbine is in the building. Adriano Aldridge is also in here. Welcome, guys. Junior Masasa, I see you. JJ from the Merver. All right, I'm going to jump right straight into it. I know people are still going to be flooding in slowly. But whilst they're doing so, I'm going to send an invite out to Akani. Thanks for joining us. It's been a minute, I know. It's been a while. And at least hopefully to this evening, the load shedding schedule will favor us and won't have any problems. So my brother, what's good?
Yo, what's going on, man?
How are things on your side? Is load shedding vibes all right?
Bro, load shedding is tough, bro. Like, it's the worst. It's the pits now. You can't even get a hold of people because there's no network. Like,
it's tough.
Can't call nobody. It's tough.
Let's not start let's not start on a somber mood. Hey, load shedding. If you're international, you don't know what load shedding is.
Yeah, I think Fred doesn't know what load shedding is, but I think it's that thing where we
hey,
just
Kurt is on the international line,
Yeah. We must just start emailing each other now.
That's the way we're gonna do it. But anyways, welcome everybody. Simbine, thanks for joining us. I think everybody's eager to hear what's happening. Whenever we come with a new year, it's always about bringing a fresh mentality, fresh start. What would you say is your fresh start? What is keeping you going in 2023? And then we're gonna jump in. I'm just giving people time to hop on, then we'll get into the actual chat.
It's just a new year, new beginnings, but they don't know, like, for athletes, the year really started last year, so we're ahead of the pack, man. But I think it's that thing of just trying to just make sure that you the goals that you set, you go for them and you stick to them, and just make sure that you do what you said you're gonna do.
Absolutely.
And that's something that you should always start the year with, that mentality and keep that mentality going through the year.
Absolutely. You need to keep that mentality going. And we're ready, man. I think it's going to be a special year. And more people are joining in. Welcome, guys. See, Schmidt is in here. Erwin Schmidt, we see you. Don't laugh at Kurt. Kurt is on that international line, man. He's no load shedding. The only person in South Africa that does not have load shedding is Kurt Kuto. So big ups on that. So for those of you who have joined in, obviously tonight we're talking Simbine Classic ShootOut. Classic ShootOut, Akane. This is the 11th year, man. It's crazy to think 11. This is not something that comes once in a while. This is something that has been there for track and field in South Africa for the past 11 years, and this year even more special. It's not called anything different or anything other than the Simbine Classic ShootOut. And one thing I know about you, brother, is that when you put your name onto something, when you put your name, I mean, this is even your family name. It's even bigger, when you put your family name behind something, it means that you fully believe in it. Tell us about the shootout and, why so much faith and believe in this event to put even your surname behind it for the Classic ShootOut.
I think, for one thing, it's like, let's say it's been going for 10 years now, 11th year this year, we've done 10 years and it's grown to a point where, the shootout has to happen. The year can't start in South Africa without the shootout happening. And, now we're starting a new chapter, now it's the Simbine ShootOut. And for me, it's not about me. The shootout is not about me. It might have my surname and everything, but it's not about me. It's about athletics. It's about grooming the youth of athletics. It's about making sure that we put athletics on the map, put athletics on the map in an interesting light, in an exciting light, and the fact that this year will be the first time that the shootout goes on to Supersport, which will be so awesome, we're getting to show South African talent in the off season on Supersport. Like, what else do you need, So for me, it's more of a thing of just trying to just help and grow athletics, and just make sure athletics is what I believe South African athletics can be, and that could be the country that has the best athletes in the world.
Absolutely. I mean, I know when it comes to development, unearthing talent, finding the new Simbine. I see Wonga is in here. I see also Namibia is in the building saying a shout out. See Nicholas Kopeti saying I saw you on the sports at the sports center. But yeah, just getting back to the topic of development and giving back to the sport of athletics. I don't think anybody, I know a lot of people have done it, but I don't think anybody has 100% contributed. I mean, your career from grassroots until where you are now, world renowned. It's been a South African story from the beginning, all the way to wherever it is gonna end. It'll always be an African story of African boy, Tsonga boy, who had a gift for running. That has always tried his best to give back to, South African athletics. Your fellow colleagues, they know you. They can look up to you. You're the unspoken leader. You lead on the track. And, just talk about your passion, man, for giving back. Why is it so vital for you as a top athlete?
It's just to make sure that everybody has an opportunity to, live their dreams. I have an opportunity to live my dream right now. I'm a professional athlete. I get to travel the world, and all these things. So for me, it's just being able to give everyone that opportunity, and if it's just being able to give an opportunity of running on Supersport, running at the shootout, running in the same race as me, that's something I want to be a part of. I want to see the next generation go to the next level, take athletics to the next part. For me, it's always, as you said, it's been an African story, a South African story. I was groomed here. I made athletics and I made to the top of 100 meters from here.
Yeah.
Come on. I believe that we can groom more and better Akanis from South Africa. We don't have to ship out and do it here. We can do it at home and just take it to the world and show the world that, hey, man, we can actually get this thing done.
Come on, man. You know what, man? We can get it done. Don't get me fired up, man.
Bro. The track speaks the way.
Don't get me fired up, man. Let's just keep this calm. You know what I'm saying, man? Yes. I think that passion runs in your vein, man, and it can be seen every time you step on an international level. You're carrying Africa on your back, being the only African in all the major championships over the past 10 years. Let's call it 9 to 10 years. I mean, that's big, I don't think we realize how massive it is. But, big up to you. Keep doing what you need to do. And, we've got a lot to talk about as well when it comes to the shootout. We'll talk about some of your top races. We'll talk about what's to come in 2023. What's going to be different? What's going to be special? We'll touch on that. I see Adrian has got a question here. Adrian says, which classic shootout race or event in these 10 years has been your favorite? Temba and Akani. You can go first, Akani.
No, Temba, you go first, bro. You've been into this for the longest time.
I've seen it for 10 years back to back, man. I've seen some special things. Number one, I won't forget it. We saw the 150-meter record falling at UJ. It felt like I was rapping. That's how fast you guys were just moving, from this lane to this lane. It was hard to see what's happening. That was a beautiful race. Obviously, you winning that one. Caster Semenya, same day. I mean, when do you get to see Akani and Caster same day breaking national records? You know what I mean? Like, that goes into like memory books. Reinhard van Rensburg, he broke the SA 600-meter record, and I mean, there's more. I think for me, I'll just keep those three. Clarence Munyai has had some fantastic ones as well. When he did the triple, back to back, back to back, that was quite impressive in the 300. So your turn. Which one, Akani?
I think it has to be the 150, you know, when I literally just got off a flight. I came back from Canada. So, and I didn't know if I was gonna make it back. But it has to be that 150. Race was packed. Me, part two, you know, all the guys, and it was just, I love racing. You know, if we're gonna race, let's go. You
Let's
know,
go.
so it was an exciting race. You know, and it's just different to race outside of the 100 meters. Very different and very exciting. You know, and I enjoyed it a lot. And yeah, that has to be it for me. But I think the one I'm gonna enjoy the most is this series now, this 3-part series where I'll be running the 60, you know, and my first time, you know, competing in a 60. So that's gonna be exciting, and I'm keen for that. And I think it's gonna be explosive.
Mm. Explosion, explosive, l'explosion, they would say in Venda France. Um, and I mean, I think that's exactly what we're looking to bring this year. And you know, just touching on the topic, you know, people are probably wondering what events do we have in 2023. We've got, you said it, 3-part, 3-part series. 60-meter this year around is going to be even more exciting. We're doing, you know, rounds at each and every one of the shootouts. So that's on the 4th of February. Put that down in your bookmark. Put it on your calendar. Hey, if you're not in Pretoria, fly from wherever you're coming. This one is gonna be it's gonna be explosive.
But I think
we've got the 60-meter.
It's important to also mention that, you know, at the shootout, you know, we are gonna be in between the schools.
Hey.
You know, and
Yeah.
you know that's the exciting part of the shootout. You know, we run at a school meet, so it's us, the elites, and the school kids in one meet. You know, so we're breaking that bridge, and making sure everyone gets to see us. We're just making sure that the kids can see us and kids can run with us and the kids can be there with us, you know, so that we're not those guys that are so far away and everything. So yeah, man, I'm just keen for that. I'm keen just to be with them, keen to be with the younger athletes, and then just inspire more.
Absolutely, inspire more. You heard it. You said it's gonna be explosive. 4th of February, we've got the 60-meter for men and women. We've got also the 1,000-meter. So we're going short and long. You know, we have to, the middle distance community, we need to bring them back into where it needs to be. You know, they're going to be there. On the 15th of February, we're back again, day after Valentine's. You know, we're letting people rest on Valentine's. They can do their things, Akani. They can lovey-dovey. So that when they come on the 15th,
they must come back ready.
They must come ready. You don't want lovey-dovey on the 15th. 15th, you need warriors.
Yeah, us will be waiting for them there.
15th, we're back again. We've got the 60-meter for men and women. We also have we've also got the 150-meter event there, as well as the 600-meter. So another explosive event, a beautiful event where it's going to be super fast. And then a few days later, we're back again. You get to just cool off and get into your legs, you know, recover, shake it off. And on the 18th, we jump in right again with a 60-meter for men and women. We also have the 1,000-meter coming up. And let's not forget it, 300. It's fully 300. The guys are ready. The coaches are messaging, hey, 300, are we there? What's happening? Don't worry. The event is back again. 150 will be there, as well as the 1,000-meter, 600-meter is back. And yeah, that's how we build off season. I don't think there's anything more exciting to witness for South African preseason. And you know, the nice thing about it is that even the international athletes are rubbing off, and they're pulling through as well. So yeah, it's gonna be a spectacle, Simbine.
Yeah, for sure. It's gonna be a spectacle. It's gonna be exciting. It's gonna be quick, explosive, you know, and you're gonna have all the people that you see from South Africa on TV at school meets, racing with the young kids, you know, and then it's gonna be exciting, you know, and we're gonna bring quality competition. That's important. We're gonna bring everything that is athletics in these meets, you know. So I'm very keen, super keen, and yeah, I'll be there racing. You know, I'm gonna be at each one. So yeah. It's it's gonna be interesting. It's gonna be interesting. New ground for me, but it's something that we are looking forward towards.
Absolutely. I see even Rudy J, 1983. I'm assuming that's his year of birth. He's saying, Akani, you're a true inspiration for all age groups.
Appreciate
In sprinting in South Africa, me as a 40-year-old, I take my hat off for the training you do. Well done and keep it up.
Yes,
Yes, sir.
Just keep on watching, supporting, and appreciate it.
Indeed, indeed. And, you know, just looking at, you mentioned the school events, school competitions, you know, some of the best of the best schools having the youngsters. And I mean, the atmosphere is electric. You just, you know, those will be, we're going to be live streaming it as well. People will be able to watch it live. They'll be able to, they'll be able, they'll be able to witness it live as well.
Adrian, come on, dog.
Adrian, come on, man. I'm not 40 yet. I've still got time. They'll be able to witness it live. But you can't capture that atmosphere, man, unless you are sitting there during, in between the people. Tell us about the atmosphere. I mean, there's a reason why you keep coming back, you know, and you know, why you also mark this event on your calendar. Tell us about the atmosphere and what makes this event so special.
I think the fact that it's, you know, racing at school events are always packed, you know, and the support at school events is like amazing. You know, I remember I watched this one race, I think it was top 10, and I think Afi's Pretoria Boys was doing the relay, and I just looked at the crowd and I was like, what? This is amazing. Like, I wish I could run in that here in South Africa, you know. And I even reached out to one of the boys that ran there, and I'm like, yo, can you like organize a race between the SA relay team and your relay team, you know, because that was so exciting. And I remember when we had the last shootouts in our race there, and it was packed. You know, you get the schools, you know, shouting, doing school chants. You know, each school has its own chant and everything, and it's just like, what? Like, this is actually wild, but it's super exciting. It's an atmosphere. It's literally makes you feel like, for me, it takes me to a world championship. It takes me to an Olympic Games. That's the atmosphere that is there, and you know, I want people to come and see, you know, and feel that atmosphere and engage and enjoy with us.
You know, they say if you could taste this atmosphere, it's like it tastes like water. It's like, you know, it just nourishes you. It
tastes like that Woolies water, man.
And Woolies water, bro. It's like, you know, it's tantalizing to the soul. You know what I mean?
Sure.
And like we were saying, guys, don't miss out on this event. Make sure, come to the stadium. All the events are going to be at Pilditch Stadium. For those of you who are wondering, it's in Pretoria. All three events are going to be in Pretoria at Pilditch Stadium. You know, Pilditch is, you know, I don't know, I've got my favorite stadiums, and, you know, I think Pilditch, for every South African top runner, sprinter, distance, you know, they'll always, you must have a special, Pilditch must have a special part in your heart. You know, it's one of those stadiums. Michael Johnson came here, broke the world record. Akani Simbine broke the SA record, you know, opening race there. And, you know, that's just part of the beauty of this. And it's amazing to witness that. I see Smitty is also asking about the host schools. We'll touch on that as well now. But yeah, Pilditch Stadium, your most favorite memory running at Pilditch?
Mine, definitely when I ran sub 10 and then I broke the SA record. You know, it was the night series.
Yeah,
and that was amazing for me. You know, and it was I think 2016, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah.
And
opening race
of the season, and I just dropped an SA record. So for me, that's my favorite race. You know, I've had a couple of races at Pilditch, and now it's great that Pilditch is open. We're able to go back to Pilditch, and let's break more records at Pilditch, you know, and let's give Pilditch the respect it needs, and you know, and build that atmosphere there.
Absolutely, continue to build the atmosphere. I mean, it is one of those stadiums where you go in for war. And yeah, just looking at, the schools. I mean, this event won't be possible without the schools, and the schools really buying into these events. Athletics Gauteng North also coming in and saying, listen, the events are going to be sanctioned. We want you guys to run here. We want your times to be recognized. It is off season. A lot of special times. Most people will run, other personal bests or whatever. And these will be recognized. We've got athletes coming in from, whether it's Norway, Botswana, we've got Zimbabwe, we've got, athletes coming in from all different parts of Africa as well as South Africa. We'll be doing those athlete announcements soon. So just keep a lookout on that. Keep following on this page. World School, the whole Liga is going to be coming through. Help Makar has been one of those schools that has played a phenomenal role in making sure that the events, the shootouts continue at the school meets. Shout out also to Kuro, Monis, playing a big role, making sure that the events are organized, that we've got, these amazing platforms where the athletes can run. And I mean, like you said, that integration, I think Tando mentioned the question where he says, what's so important about the integration between school athletes as well as senior athletes running at one competition? I think you touched on that. You wanna touch on that one more time?
Yeah. I think it's very important that the integration is there between school athletes and the professional elite athletes. I think there's a gap between us and the schools and the younger kids. And like the one thing I like about the shootout is the fact that we're breaking that, and we going to the schools. We're going to the schools to be with the athletes of the schools. To show them that, this is us. I'm not someone that is untouchable. I'm someone that is in your reach. Someone that is here. You can come talk to me, take a picture. Let's talk and figure this thing out. And if I can help you in any way, let's do that. That's what the shootout does. And it's just breaking that bridge and making sure that we as professional athletes don't lose touch of where we actually come from.
Absolutely. Also, just to mention, Tshwane University of Technology, TUT, coming in strong as well. They've said, we want to be involved. We want to make sure that we continue to grow sports. Good to see universities, getting involved in this as well. So shout out to TUT. I see a question here. Good Kuto is asking, can Spider-Man be there in all three? Can Spider-Man, where is Spidey? Maybe we can get Rabubi to make an appearance. We'll see. I don't know. I don't know. I don't want to speak on the guy's behalf. He will decide whether he wants to run or not. So we'll see.
Yeah.
And then just in parting, Simbine, we've Adrian is saying yes. This is like the 11th year, but it feels like, every 10 years you look back, you reflect at everything that's happened. I mean, if you look at your career, the past 10 years have been, it's a dream to many athletes. You can just give me one of your years. I can just one of those years, I would be a happy man, I'd die a happy man. You had 10 of them.
Yeah.
And
Yes.
And coming into the 11th one, it's just about that consistency, continuing to go to the next level, continuing to bring bigger and better. So just talk about, just in parting, what it is you expect for this event. Dream as big as you want. Where do you want to see this event in the future?
To a point where we can actually have it as a gold league.
Come on.
Even a diamond league, grow the meat to a diamond league. We need to bring a diamond league to South Africa. We need to bring a gold label league to South Africa. That's where the vision is and where we want it to go. And just being able to just grow athletics and make athletics an attractive sport back in South Africa. Because Michael Johnson came to South Africa, Marion Jones, South Africa. They broke records. Why can't we invite more of the international guys, to come race here, and let's do that. Let's open South Africa up. Let's grow the sport in South Africa. Let's grow athletics and make athletics a number one sport. Let's not forget about the core of sport, which is athletics. And let's grow this thing and let's go out there and just show the world what we have.
Ready to show the world what we have. South Africa, stand up.
Yes, sir.
Africa, where you at? Stand up, guys. The work is not done. It's the beginning. I mean, it is the beginning. What? The beginning, man. The beginning.
No, it's beginning. Come on, tell him it's the beginning.
It's the beginning of great things to come. And one thing you can know is that we're not gonna back down. We're not gonna slow down. Hey, there's no slow down here. There's no rest here. You know, it's full throttle all the way. We're gonna be watching in anticipation when you step on to those classic Simbine Classic ShootOut events. We know it's gonna be fire, and as well as the rest of the season. We know, you know, you've never, as a South African, you've never disappointed us by representing us to the best of your capability every single race. You know, so keep up that energy, and let's make 2023 a great year. The Simbine year, 23 Jordan year, Simbine year.
Yes,
let's go.
Yeah, it's a year to be great, man. So it's all out there and just do the greatness.
Absolutely. Adrian saying thanks, Temba, Smitty, Akani, SA athletes. SA Athletics needs people willing to chase their dreams like you guys are doing at Backtrack. Kurt Kuto, shout out to you. Leon Furi, our CEO, we see you as well. Shout out to you for the work that you're putting in. And yeah, let's just continue to just make South African athletics great. Ladies and gentlemen, with that said, we're gonna wrap it up. Thank you so much for joining in. Thank you so much for spending time here. If you do have any questions, I say posts are gonna be running continuously. Drop us a message in the DM, message after on this chat as well. We're gonna post it once it's done. Put your questions or whatever. We're gonna just continue to just give you as much information as possible. So stay tuned. Follow us. Hey, don't just come for the chats. You must follow, man. Backtrack. We're here.
Follow it there, man. You know, let's get this thing going.
Get it going. Follow Akani Simbine for great content. Follow the Classic ShootOut page as well. We'll be posting all the information and stuff there. Follow Backtrack. We on Facebook, YouTube, wherever you want to find us. Even Twitter, we're there. So thanks, guys. Do the right thing. Akani, thanks a lot for your time, brother.
Thank you, bro. Thank you. And we'll see everybody at the shootout. Everybody that was here, let's see at the shootout, you know.
Please be there.
Yeah.
4th of February is the first one. 15 February, second one. 18 February, the final one. Make sure to be there. Akani, thank you, brother. Everybody joining in.
Don't forget, Pilditch Stadium. We'll be there.
Pilditch Stadium. Danko.
Yes, sir.
Cheers.